2025, let's talk about what's going up and what's going down in terms of small business marketing strategies. So I've been working with small business marketing for a decade at this point. I have worked on thousands and thousands of marketing campaigns, and I've learned to keep an eye on the market to see what is working, what is not working, so I can try and advise and encourage small business owners to take advantage of things. Because if you've heard like the analogy of surfing, by the time you spot the wave and start like paddling for that wave, a lot of times it's too late. And so if we can just start to see some of these trends before they crest, then it can make a world of difference. So a few things that I think are going to start getting less and less attention in 2025 is, first and foremost, I think we're going to see a lot less ad spend. Not just because I think with the economic uncertainty that seems to be on the horizon, people tend to spend money less on things that aren't working, and a lot of small businesses don't find a lot of results with ad spend. Secondly, I think that ad spend is just becoming less and less of an effective way in terms of traditional ad spend like pay-per-clicks or even some of the social media ads out there. Another one that I think is going to get less and less attention over the next year or so is direct mail. Now, this is not to say it's never going to work, and there are some businesses that it works really well for. There are always caveats to that, but for the most part, especially just random mass mailings, probably not going to be super effective. So what is going to work? What should you be putting more emphasis on for 2025? Well, number one, and I've talked about this quite a bit, but do more short form videos. In fact, if you're not doing videos yet for your business, you are about to be in trouble. We have only seen for the past 5 years a drastic increase in the amount of market share and attention that video is getting, particularly short form videos. They have skyrocketed. If you are not doing short form video marketing, you are missing out. Now, short form video marketing, let me be very clear, is not just recording a long form video and then cutting up a bunch of pieces of it and then releasing those as short forms. That can be helpful and that can be a great place to start, but start actually putting some time and emphasis and energy into planning fun, engaging videos that deliver your marketing message. Now, as always, when you're doing videos, you need to plan time to plan. You need to plan time to film, you need to plan time to edit. And ideally, if you can find someone else to do the editing for you, that's probably one of the first things you are going to want to offload from your plate, because it can be incredibly time consuming, but you don't have to be involved in that part. Number two, getting free PR for your business. So getting placements on other people's websites, magazines, etc. is an incredibly effective way to drive brand awareness as well as generate brand authority. And there are a lot of places out there that have space built in for free articles, free writers. Now, you're going to have to like send them a message and say, hey, I've got this really cool article idea. I think it'll work for your audience. And you're gonna have to prove to them that you actually can write a good article. That's, gonna be really important here. However, you can start to get articles into magazines, into newspapers. You can start getting articles on other websites. You can start getting featured in other people's articles. There are a ton of places to go to get PR. It does take time. You are going to have to put some time in here, but it is not only building your network of backlinks for your websites, which is really, really important for search engine optimization purposes, but it is also starting to establish you as the go-to person. Number three, focus on facilitating more word of mouth. Now, we need to focus on facilitating more word of mouth in a structured, organized format. Because for most small businesses, their version of getting more word of mouth referrals is just praying and hoping. Do good work and then referrals come. And I'm sorry, but it hasn't worked that way in a long, long time. You are going to have to do stuff worth talking about for your network to want to talk about. You're going to have to do newsletters to your network so that they are constantly having you front of mind. You are going to have to do social media for your network that will keep you front of mind. You are going to have to do fun stuff every so often, sponsor events or be involved with programs. We try and do some really fun, crazy publicity stunt once a year. In 2022, we wrote and released a 8-episode TV show. In 2023, we wrote and released a pop ballad and a music video. In 2022, we created a comic, like a comic strip. We will always try and do something that gives people something to talk about that relates to our message, but is not necessarily hey, come buy an event ticket from us. So start putting some effort in here. Get a newsletter, get your social going out consistently, make sure your network is connected with you on social, and then start finding stuff to do that they want to talk about. And as a side note, that can come down to something really simple and really easy that you do inside of your delivery process. If you can find some way to delight and surprise them inside of your delivery process, you'll blow their minds and they will definitely want to refer to you. But you need to find something they're not expecting that definitely causes surprise and delight and excites them, makes them want to post about it online. Last but not least, collaborations. So collaborations are when you find someone else who has a similar brand that maybe offers a similar product or service to your ideal audience, but it's not necessarily competing. And you go to them and say, hey, how can we support each other? How can I promote you to my network? How can you promote me to your network? How could we do something together? Whether that is hosting an event together, whether that is doing a series of funny videos together that you both post to your social channels, whether that is being part of promoting each other's sales or whatever to your opposite networks. But start to build out collaborations with people, because it's going to blow people's mind. We are leaning more and more towards a trust-based economy. People want to buy from people they like and trust. If you want to shortcut building trust with your prospect, find a way to get in there through someone they already trust. That is why word of mouth is so powerful. That is why collaborations are so powerful. But recognize that these also need to be for the long run, not necessarily something you do once and then just hope it produces results, but do something where you are building a relationship with someone for 3 months and you're cross promoting for 3 months, because sometimes it does take a little bit of effort for people to see your brand and your name and your service a few times over, or for you to tweak your message to find the right version that gets people to want to convert. If you like this, make sure to like, follow, drop a comment, or engage with this video in some way. One, so that the algorithm knows to push it out to more people. You're also welcome to share this out if you can think of some small business owners who might find it helpful. And two, if you do really like this and you engage with it, the algorithm will be more likely to push it to you as well. So I would love to see you around. There's a lot of fun videos on the channel already if you are needing a little bit more juice this morning. And if not, we'll have another video back in 2 weeks.